America is one of the countries which take their air pollution levels very seriously. Whenever their air quality controls detect something going up or down, they immediately notify the residents not to step out. They would even impose national holidays and close the educational institutions because apparently the air outside is not breathable. Guess what is happening nowadays? New York City, the largest and the busiest city in America, has been surrounded with smoke and haze. One of the busiest cities in the whole wide world has been turned black, smoky and unclear. Where is this smoke coming from? And why only New York? Where were all the air quality control systems? And how did they let this happen? So the smoke in the city appeared rather suddenly. Various departments have suggested various sources, such as a big fire in the jungles of Canada or pollution and so on. Researchers previously told The Guardian on 7th June the US had experienced its worst toxic air pollution in recent recorded history and were exposed to levels of pollution that were more than 5 times above the national air quality standard. So we are getting various news related to this. But what scares us is the fact that the smoke would not go away. It lingered on for like days and days, turning into weeks. Brothers and sisters, another thing that is notable here is that the smoke is hazy, brown and kind of dark. You cannot really look through it. And it kinds of reminds us of the smoke that will prevail when the times will reach near the end. And that is probably the reason why it happened to New York only. Because New York is like the representative of the whole world, whatever happens in New York is big and important, and it gets all the headlines. Imagine the same happening to some other city. Would it get similar attention? Allah the Most High states. So be on the watch for a day when heaven shall bring a manifest smoke covering the people. This is a painful chastisement. It is definitely getting scary at this moment, brothers and sisters. Because New York is the most culturally and ethnically diverse city of the world, and smoke covering and stopping this city means that it is prevailing over all the people, not just the Jews or Christians or Muslims only. As the ayat points out, it is very painful. People are terrified. Prophet ﷺ said, "The hour will not rise until you have seen 10 signs. The rising of the sun from the west, the smoke, the beast." Imam Qurtubi mentions in the Jami' al-Ahkam al-Quran that the smoke will cover the earth for a period of 40 days, affecting both the believers and disbelievers. The believers will be affected as if suffering from a common cold, whereas the latter will suffer harder. So what will happen next? What does this prophecy mean and indicate? Is the day of judgment right around the corner, or is it some kind of an adhab or punishment that we must prepare for? No sign has been left incomplete except the appearance of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. The Euphrates River has dried. All kinds of immorality are prevalent. Religion has become difficult to observe. People observe their own views. The number of women is more than the men. Earthquakes have increased. Bloodshed has increased drastically. Political circumstances are calling out for a third world war. The next signs remaining to be manifested are only smoke and the beast. A smoke that will stay for 40 days and a beast that will be unleashed. Both are the authentic signs of the end of times, brothers and sisters. Can we assume that the sign of smoke has been completed? Definitely not. Only Allah knows best. But one thing is for sure and beyond doubt, that all the signs that Allah and His Messenger has promised will end up happening. They will find a reason and a way to happen, but we don't know as of now which sign will happen, when and with what reason. The only matter of concern right now for us is our deeds and amal. If we fix our amal according to the Sharia and the will of Almighty, He will be there to protect against every fitna, inshallah.